Hello and welcome to the season finale of This Ain't No Game. With Uwe Boll taken care of, at least for the time being, we turn our eyes to the east for Oneechanbara. Now, despite how central video games are to Japanese pop culture, live-action video game movies are a relative rarity there. It's a lot more common to see anime based on video games, and with the way it breaks up lengthy, over-the-top fight sequences with long stretches of ineffectual storytelling and maudlin sentimentality, Oneechanbara might as well be anime. The premise holds almost limitless possibilities for something giddy and ridiculous, but there's zero irony or self-awareness to Oneechanbara. If anything, it takes itself a little too seriously, and the end result simply isn't as much fun as a movie about a zombie-slaying samurai bikini girl should be.
Don't kill her. She's my sister.
The beauty of the Oneechanbara concept is how easily it can be summarized in half a sentence, and just how appealing that half a sentence can seem. The downside is that samurai, bikini girl, zombies, go! Sadly isn't quite enough to support a whole movie, though the trudging and achingly sincere plot that pads out the runtime does Oneechanbara no favors. Aya, the cowboy hat and beachwear enthusiast, is on a quest to find and murder her schoolgirl sister Saki, who is under the sway of the mad scientist who also seems to be controlling all the zombies that are marauding the empty fields and abandoned rural buildings that constitute the world of Oneechanbara.
Oh, shit.
There are a couple supporting characters along for the ride as well, and every sympathetic character in the movie comes equipped with their own tragic history that inevitably leads to some weepy scene with lots of slow motion, sad music, gauzy flashbacks, and cry shouting.
She wasn't your daughter anymore. She was a zombie.
That's not true!
Now, despite all the melodrama, the characters barely qualify as sketches. This is partially the fault of the script, though the mostly catatonic cast in Oneechanbara doesn't really bring much to the table either.
Now you die!
It's a straightforward story told really poorly, without any momentum or stake in the characters. But more to the point, it just seems like it's in the wrong damn movie, particularly in contrast to the cartoonish fight scenes that are the real anchor of Oneechanbara. The underlying fights themselves are actually kind of a snooze. It's mostly just 1 versus 100 or the occasional duel, usually preceded by an overlong standoff. And the fight choreography itself is usually pretty stiff and pedestrian. What makes the fights interesting, if that's the right word for it, is the way the movie unapologetically enhances all the action with extremely unconvincing CG effects. Zombies explode into bursts of blood, swords glow with vague magical energies, and blood is constantly splattering on the camera. It all comes to a head with this duel between Aya and Saki, which is about as close to being transcendentally ridiculous as Oneechanbara gets. Though, by the time you get there, you've been subjected to enough tedium that it's hard to get too excited about it. The bad CG is a big part of what gives Oneechanbara its feel of anime come to life. But, like most everything in here, it's done so amateurishly that it either takes a significant volume of booze or irony or both to get much enjoyment out of it. Which, considering the quality of the source material, might make this one of the more honest video game adaptations to date. And 29 movies later, that's going to do it for This Ain't No Game. Sadly, just because the first regular season of Tang is done with, doesn't mean that there aren't small armies of bastards turning your video game dreams into big screen nightmares. This ordeal is far from over, and we'll hopefully be back in 2010 with new and exciting ways to test my sanity. Until then, I'm Ryan Davis, and I'll see you at the movies. All right. You good? You good? Excellent. Get rid of this. Good stuff, man. Yeah, excellent. Yeah. Good working with you. Absolutely. Never again. We're done. All these shit movies.